Hey everybody, I'm a few minutes early. What's everybody up to tonight? I know Patty's not coming on, so see if I can get us a little bit. Closer there. Anybody out there? Hello. Well, hi Lisa, how you doing? What's up? I thought I'd come on and show a couple of things I promised the girls I would. Some of the girls that follow me, I would show them how to do. I'm doing great. Slept in today for a change. Let's wait and see if anybody else shows up. I don't want to start and then they miss out on something they want to see. So I know Patty was going to come on, but she's having problems with her internet. And so she's not going to come on tonight and sell anything. Hey, let me know if you're here. Anyway, I wanted to do some of these tonight. Show everybody how to do these. These are the envelope pockets. They're made out of old envelopes and fabric. So is this one. We'll do the tags first though. So is this one, and this is just a plain old envelope that I made look old and decorated. So we'll do those later if anybody's here that wants to see them. But I thought tonight I'd show everybody how to make these. I told everybody a while back that I would show them how I do my wax tags. Put their napkins and wax and paper. So I thought I'd show everybody how to do it. And you can just do it with a tea light candle. That's all you need. You don't need to go buy special wax or anything. And a hot iron. This is my mini iron my husband found me. So you need a paring knife so you can scrape off some wax. So let's get started and I'll show you how to do these. I got an old towel here I use so I don't burn up my mat, get wax everywhere. So you want to put something down. So there's that. And then we're going to take a tag. See if I can find a tag. Yeah. Going to take a tag and we're going to glue down. Well, there's the front of it. Just going to take some old vintage paper with a lot of writing on it. And we're just going to glue down a piece over the top of the tag. So let me get my scissors and cut off a piece here. Okay, and I just use, because at the end I'm gonna, when I'm all done, I sew around them. So I just use my glue stick. And I use Elmer's Extreme glue. So I just use my glue stick and put glue all over my tag. Okay, make sure it's covered pretty good. And then I'll just take this, lay it on there. Make sure it's down, and then I'll cut around it. So anybody else on tonight? Hi, Louise. How are you? Missing Patty? Anybody want to follow along? And I'm going too fast. Let me know. What's everybody up to tonight? Nothing? Watching me? I like glue is sticky. Okay, so let's get this all trimmed up here. So you know we got some pretty handwritten paper on there. And we'll punch our hole back in it when we're all done. Okay. So the next thing is to pick out a napkin you want to use. Let's get the scissors out of the way. Thought I had some over here. Want something that we could be able to, and I have a ton of napkins, believe me, see through, like this one. It's very pretty. Let's see if it's, oh yeah, let's use a piece of that. Or use a piece of this, like this too. No, I think I like that better. Okay. So then you take your napkin. Everybody knows how to do the napkins. Me too. I miss her too. Was you gonna sell some of your stuff tonight, Louise? Or other people's? Thank you. I have a ton of napkins. So we're gonna take the white off there. And I think I want to use this end of the napkin. Yeah. So you can see through it already. Well, let me try a different one. Let's see about a darker one. And because it'll show you more how you can see through it. You cut off a piece here. Yeah, we'll do the darker one because I want to show you what it looks like with wax on it. We'll do that in a minute. What happens when the wax goes on? Maybe. These are always so hard to get apart. There's one. Okay, I'm gonna get a piece of tape. Yeah, I thought she was gonna sell some of your stuff. She's got other people's stuff she sells too, right? Is she still having the, what do they call it? The community sale tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? or Saturday. It's Saturday, right? Or is it Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday? Or is it this weekend at all? There we go. Got it started. There we go. Okay. So there's two birds down here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. There's two little birds. So I think I want to center them up by that butterfly in the middle. So what I'm going to do is take my glue again, put my glue stick down. I like using glue stick. I don't like using Mod Podge because it makes it, I think it makes it sticky. So I use glue stick. And then it still makes it kind of matte. It leaves it kind of matte. So I'm going to start that down there. Just lay it out like that. Make sure it's down. Then we'll cut off the excess again. And I will save these pieces because you can use them in a collage. Husband's coughing his head off in the other room. Okay, that's that. All right, so we've got that all trimmed up. Now comes the wax part. So what I do is I just take a card. Once that's down, just take an old sticking to my finger credit card, something's pretty sturdy, and just smooth it down, because then it takes out all those little ridges that are around the edge of the napkin. It will take out all that if you just, but you got to be careful you don't rip it. So there's the napkin. And I think I got it centered up pretty good. What do you think? Got a new ring light around my camera here so you can see better. Okay, so what I do is my iron is super hot. It's a nice little hot iron. Is I just take a little tea light candle and I just scrape. This one is a brittle one, but some of them aren't. Just scrape some candle off onto the top of it. Spread it around a little. So all you need is just a tea light candle. And I'm sure, I haven't tried it, but I'm sure you can use different colored candles and it might tint it. So I just use my iron because I can clean it off very easy. So is that how I did it? No, that's not how I did it. How did I do that? I did it with a piece of parchment paper. I laid a piece of parchment paper over it and then ironed it. Or this is deli paper, I think. No, this is parchment. And ironed it over the top so it melts that wax. And then if you're not sure if you got it all, just pull it up. If you don't think you got the whole thing, you can just add more where you need it. Or you can just add more, period. Then I'll show it to you. Yeah, I use parchment paper. It just takes a few seconds to melt that. Pull that off. I don't know if you can see how shiny it is while it's still wet. Let's wait for it to dry off a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty shiny while it's wet. So if we wait for it to dry off a little bit, what I like to do is I take a paper towel and I'll put it down and go over the top of it to take up some of that excess off. Yeah, takes up some of it. So it's like kind of soaking in there. It's drying at the same time. But if you look, you can see the words that are behind. Makes it real transparent. We'll do another one with that other. But then it tells you that you can take, when you're done, you can take your paper towel once it's dry and rub it so you're kind of like buffing it. Oh my goodness, you can really see the words coming out now. So you're kind of like buffing it, and it makes it so soft, you guys. It's like, look at that. It's not shiny anymore. But look at how you can see the words coming through that. It's just beautiful. You can add stuff. You can add a butterfly on here, or you can add whatever you want. And then the backs, sometimes the wax soaks through to the back. If it does and it gets really bad, you can add another sheet of paper on here. Like these, I added some. No, these I didn't add nothing. Yeah, I did. I added some coffee dyed paper on the back because they got really a lot of wax on them. So I just trim it up, and then you just take your, when you're ready, you just, you know, punch your hole back in there, and you have a decorated napkin. So there's that one. Let's do another one real quick. You know what? I'm just going to show you what I did. I took, let's see. I did this the other day. This is not that one. Not that one. I put napkins on some pages the other day, so I'd have them ready. Let's see if I can find one. That we can put on a napkin. I mean, on a tag. Okay, here's one. Now it's on a dictionary book, the back on the page. I glued it down onto a dictionary book. Can you add on top, or should you put everything on before you wax it? No, you don't have to put everything on before you wax it. Just use you some good glue. You know, like what they call it, Fabri-Tac or something, or the this stuff, the art glitter glue. Yeah, you can add, because you can't even hardly see that it's waxed. I mean, it's not like a big thick coat of wax paper. I mean, of wax. It's, you can hardly tell it's on there. So you can add to it after. after it's waxed. As a matter of fact, let's try something. This one was waxed. Let's try to let's see if we can find a butterfly in here. And we'll glue a butterfly on there. Let's try this yellow one and put him off the page a little. Okay, we're going to try that and make him look like he's off the page. Just as let's try the glitter glue. Let's see what it does. So we'll put some glue on here. Let's see what this, see if I want to put this butterfly on here. Okay, let's see how long it takes it to dry. Normally I would ink that up. See, it's on there. I'm pushing really hard. It's on there. So yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about putting stuff on afterwards. Yeah, it's really on there tight. I'm really pulling hard. Yeah. Okay, let's see what it does in a few minutes. Right now, let's do this one. We'll take another tag. And I already put this napkin on here with the glue stick. So let's cut a piece out here that will fit on there. Here's my pencil. Just gonna draw around it. Oh, almost cuts it out itself. Okay. So I'm gonna cut this out. Can't see where the top is. Let's see what that does in a few minutes after it dries. Oh, that is really some bright color. It's really not that bright, you guys. What's with the color? Okay, I think it's right there. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it's a little off, but that'll work. So let's go ahead and use our glue stick and glue that down. Thanks. I have a ton of them. Yeah, all you need, Lisa, is just a little tea light. It's so easy. And then I'll show you a couple other things when I'm done with this one. So there, we got that down. Let's put our tag down. Paper down. So then I take my card and make sure it's down good. And then I'll trim it up because I wasn't perfect. Of course not. Crafts are not perfect. Okay, so got that trimmed up. Okay, you see how you can see some of the You can't hardly see at all behind the flowers or the butterflies. You can't hardly see the paper or the dictionary page behind it at all. You see it better behind the white part, but you can't hardly see it behind the butterflies and stuff. Let's see if it shows through any better there. So then you take your tea light. I'll move the iron, it's super hot. And I just make sure I have enough. Sure it's spread around. You know, some people wanted to learn how to do this. It's so simple. It's just easy. I'll show you some other stuff in a minute. Okay, so then you take your parchment paper and lay it on there. And you're going to take your iron, let it melt it. Okay, ooh, look, it took some of the color off. It's pretty cool. Huh. See how thick it or shiny it is? Now I'm going to take the paper towel. Iron over it. Take some of the excess off. So let's wait for it to dry a few minutes or a minute or so. It did take a lot of that red off. Look at that. Huh. I'll show you what I've done with some other stuff. Let's make sure it's dry. It's pretty well dry now. It's kind of smooth, but then once you take your rag or your paper towel, you're going to go and buff over it. I think it brings out the color a little bit more. Oh my, I love this. This one's really pretty. Now you can see the words through the flower. See all them words? And a lot through the butterfly. Through the wings part. There's the flower. It just makes it look so cool. Dimensional. I love it. So let's check on the butterfly here. Yeah, he's down. He's not going to come off. He's down. You peel him off. I mean, tear him off, but you probably leave paper. So he's down. Okay. So then so there's those two I did tonight. These are two I did before. And then I just take them to the sewing machine. I don't think you even need to add anything to them. I think they're just beautiful the way they are. Depends on what paper you put behind them too. I really like the dictionary. I really love this handwriting. It's a pen and ink writing. So there's those. And then let's get this mess out of my way. I'll show you some other stuff I did with them. Bring it over here. Where'd it go? Oh, I have beeswax too. These are little blocks of beeswax that I've been using too. And then I also have these little pellets of beeswax. I have those, but I haven't used them. I mean, I used this, but yeah, and this is just a regular piece of beeswax off of a big brick I have. So you can use those, but what I wanted to show you was is I took the white part of the napkin. You know how you have this white part? I stamped on them with the archival ink. And stamped on them. That was pretty cool. Cut that out. Let me see if I can find the others. I did all this. Oh, look at the doily, paper doily. How you can see through it. Let's see how transparent it gets. Pretty cool. I folded that one up. But this is I stamped on fabric and waxed it. And it's really cool too. I mean, it's stiff, but that would look cute on an envelope or something. Cut it out. Look at that. And this is just on plain paper. You can kind of see through that. Well, you're welcome. Then I had this this paper here. I don't know if you can tell it. I can't tell it on there. But this end, it doesn't have any wax on it. I don't know if you can see it or not. But this does. So it brightened it up. And this is just I don't even know what it is. Just a piece of fabric. What kind of fabric it is. But anyway, I saved my white part. And you can stamp on this. And then I will show you. And then you can just take your napkins, wax them. This is what I did. Look, that's just a wax napkin, you guys. I got my hand through it. You can see my hand through it. You can see this blue through it. Look at that. This is a piece of wax napkin. You can't hardly see nothing through it because it's so dark. This. Are you going to try it tomorrow? Cool. I'm going to have to watch you. This is a piece of napkin. You can make envelopes out of these, guys, because they're really sturdy after you wax them. It makes them so sturdy. You can make envelopes. You could do all kinds of stuff with this. Look at this blue one. Look at that. It's just beautiful. This is tissue paper I waxed. Can you see where there's no wax? And the little white spots? But look how much more you can see through it. Look at that. That's tissue paper. That's the Tim Holtz. And then this is book pages. Look at that. And this is, I was experimenting. This is a piece of white napkin that I crumpled up and waxed. Added some ink. Didn't turn out too hot. Didn't care for that. But this is a book page. Look at that. Look how you can see through that. It's so cool. Make waxed book pages. This is a piece of white napkin. It's been waxed. Just the back part of your napkin. Can wax. Now comes the fun part. This is. Did I bring one out here? I thought I brought one out here. Yes, I did. Okay. There's your little brown paper bag. I bought two of them out here. Didn't need two. Your brown paper bag. Look, it's waxed. I waxed it. And it's so soft. Look at that. You can see my hand through it. Let's see. Look at this blue. If you don't have waxed bags, look, you can see the blue through it. You can wax your own bags. Look at the difference. And then see, when you're done waxing it, make sure you take your paper towel or your rag or whatever, and make sure you iron the excess off, and then kind of rub it out. I don't even think I rubbed this one, but it doesn't feel like it's waxed. It doesn't feel like wax. See, you can't. It's just so cool. I'll show you how I did that one. There's a waxed one. Let's see what else. Oh, this is a waxed one that I crumpled up and sprayed some ink, diluted down black ink on, and then wiped it off. Stayed in the cracks. So cool. Here's a paper doily that was cut and I waxed it. I just thought it was a neat idea to try. So I will show you guys a couple more things I did, like I'll show you a stamped piece. I'll stamp on this and then wax it after it dries. Let's get a stamp. Hold on just a second. Okay, so why is it so dark? Why it got dark? Let's take this. It's a little butterfly. There's the back. Nah, I don't think we'll do that one. I think we'll do this. This is Crew Dispatcher. Okay, we're going to stamp on this piece of white envelope. Or napkin. So there's that. Get a baby wipe and wipe that off. We'll do a couple. We'll go ahead and do the butterfly. Ooh, yes, try your marbled papers. Ooh, just try a piece at first. If you have a, spare piece, see what it looks like. There's the butterfly. Got my finger all dirty. Okay, so there's those. I'll put them down. So we're going to let them dry while we're waxing the bag. Make sure they're nice and dry. But the bag, this is how I did it. Just laid it down like I did the tags. And you can see this really well on here. Just got wax, shaving it off on there. And I'll show you the difference in the candles. See, like this one isn't brittle like that, but you can still get shavings off. Okay, so that's a little bit different. So we're going to need our parchment paper. And I'm not going to use the side where the red was. I'm going to lay that down there. I'm so left-handed. Okay. Now I just take my iron and I'll wipe my iron off with paper towels. You'll see it didn't get a little piece down here, so We'll put some down there, some right here. But you can always go over as many times as you need to get it waxed. So there's that side. Now almost goes through to the back. So then you take your paper towel and lay it down and soak up the excess. On that side. Now it's almost dry, but you can see through it now, where you couldn't before if you have the regular one that hasn't been waxed. And I can barely see. But this one has been. You can see where it reads extreme. But you can make your own wax bags. So then I just went and did the other side. You can take this candle wick out. Okay, so I'm going to spread it around a little. The parchment paper. So I didn't even need to put any more on there. I just move it around because there's wax on the back of the parchment paper. So then we'll take our paper towel, soak up the excess. So you can see you can tell where the wax is coming up. There you go. Now you got the sides here. Since there's a lot on there, well, you're going to have to fold that over and get that side, but let's see if we can just do it with the wax that's on there. Kinda. There we go. So then you have a waxed bag, and if you have any of those little flat ones, you can do them. But on the sides, if it doesn't get the sides, you can open them up and do them. But like this, I can see where it's kind of wet. I'll just rub it off. I know, isn't that cool? Make your own waxed bags. You don't need. Ooh, I wonder if you could do the what do they call them? Let me see. These things. Well, those are always. Are these waxed? These here, they look shiny, so I don't know if they're waxed or not. But you know how you have these that are dull, that are not shiny? I wonder if you can wax those and they turn out cool. But anyway, I love this part. So then I have a big roll of, what do I do with it? A giant roll of this brown paper, or does anybody have that green paper that they use in there, that masking paper that they buy at the Louise, that is so funny. I don't think a single craft bag will be safer than me. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Have I tried it with printed images of people? They turn out really cool as well. No, I haven't tried that. Huh, cool. I'll have to try that. Yes, the possibilities are endless. So this, I thought this would be cool if you have the rolls of the brown paper, or you get it in the packages that you order stuff in, or that green masking paper that they sell at a lot of people buy. They sell at the like Home Depot and Lowe's. I thought you could take these and make your own paper bags, your wax paper bags. You don't need to buy any anymore, because you'd have your own. I mean, you could do it yourself. Look at that. And then you can make your own wax paper bags. See, like you could just fold it over, fold it over, fold it up, cut the top off. You know how they do. Look at that. See? So cool. How about that green paper, that masking tape? Ooh, I have some of that green paper. You're going to have to try it, Lisa. You're going to have to try it. I don't have any of the green stuff, but I just thought this was so cool. You could, like Louise said, the possibilities are endless. So let's get this out of the way. I don't think I was going to show. Oh, yes, I was. Where's our stamped images? Right here. Let me get some of this stuff out of here. So I can't hardly move. Okay. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side behind me. So we're going to take this. This is our 2 stamped images. And this is double. So I have to take it off of there. Yeah, so there's our paper off our napkin in the back. And I just stamped those. So we're going to put some wax shavings down. Excuse me. Run our iron parchment paper. Cool. It's more here. On sideways. Done this before, and it still fascinates me. Look at that, you guys. Stamped images. But you can see right through. Isn't that cool? You're just gonna have to use archival ink so it doesn't spread. I just thought that was so neat. Possibilities. Ooh, look, left a little print. Possibilities are endless. Huh. Let's see what it looks like on here. Oh, yeah. Look. See right through it. Cool. So save the back of your napkins. You have all kinds of stuff. Okay. And then, oh, I showed you on fabric. Let me get a piece over here. This is my little book I use to put my fabric pieces in that I stamp. Yeah, we got some. Let's do this green tree. See what it looks like waxed. So this is just a little tiny photo album book that I just keep my I just take fabric and stamp some of my stuff on. Some of my stamps on. And keep them in there. So let's take this. I'm move this over a little. I'm going to take. No. No, it's not for sale. I'm going to take this. I don't know which ink I used though on this. I hope it wasn't the oxide. I don't remember what ink I used. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see what it does. It's just a little piece of fabric. Can't hurt nothing. All right? Oh, cool. Wait a minute, I gotta get some more on here. Wait till you guys see it. Lift it up. We are just going to have fun. Now let's take this over. Oh my goodness. Look at this, you guys. So cool. Look, you can see through it too. Huh. Wow. Well, that was fun. It kind of leached out a little. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of. Not much. There's the back. And now see it's starting to stiffen up a little. It's so cool. Ooh, you can make envelopes if you waxed your fabric. You can make envelopes out of fabric. That's a cool idea. Isn't that cool? I love it. Because look, it folds. Folds and stays. Awesome. Okay. So there, I taught you that. I showed you that. I promised people I would show them this. Let me get this stuff out of the way. As you can see, I've done a lot because this is all my parchment paper and paper towels I've been using. So I played around a lot with it. That's pretty cool. And I want somebody to try some colored wax, some different colored wax. Now, since this paper here, I wonder if I can find one that's only got writing on one side. That would be awesome. Like down here. Let's take this piece of paper. This piece of ledger here. It's only got the writing on the one side. What did I do with it? Huh, I'm right here. I'm trying to find my candle. Don't know what I did with it. Okay, so I'll just take this. So this, I don't know where I put it. I just had it. Jeez. So there's a piece. Boy, how can you lose stuff that fast? There's a piece that's just got writing on one side. It's from an old ledger. Move your scissors with care. Oh. But this is just a piece of old beeswax. It comes in a block. So what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to show you how I do it. Excuse me. So I take my iron and just let it drip. Let's hold this up against it. Just let it drip. And then I'll take a piece of parchment paper and go over the top. Spread it out. Make sure the piece gets fully covered. And then take the paper towel and then soak up the rest. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink. So it soaks up the excess wax off the paper. Let's do it again on the back. Excuse me. So there we go with that. And you have a transparent piece of ledger. Okay. But you can do book pages, whatever you want. That's so cool. Just love it. So there you go with that. Thought I'd show you that piece. That part. Okay. Still love the stamped images on the white part of the napkin. And it makes them sturdy. It doesn't make them fragile. It just makes them sturdy. Yeah, not fragile like this. You could tear real easy. Okay. So that's that. Now I wanted to show these. Let me see how I made these. Unplug my iron. Move this. And then move this. Because it's got wax all in it. So just make sure you have an old towel or rag or something. Then I take my iron and make sure all the wax is off of it. See, there's no wax on it. Super hot though. So we'll put that down here. Let that cool off. So then I wanted to show how I made these. These are made from Weston Wax Company. Hi Pearl. Hi Luz. Watch my scissors. I don't watch my scissors. I just throw them everywhere. Anyway, what it is it's made from an old envelope. I had a stack of envelopes that and then I just stapled in some scrap paper that folds up. And then There's 2 brads there. Okay, so there's that. You can make them any size you want. I have all these envelopes. No, that's too long. I don't want to make them that long. I don't know about doing one with a window. Oh, those are great big. Let me find one here. See this one I did? Did these with lace pieces on them. Okay. So what I did is I just got an envelope. Say one like that. I coffee dyed it. And I think it's probably the same size as this one. Yeah. So what I did is I made sure, well, see, the ones I made these out of were the sticky had already gotten stuck down by itself because they were so old. So I just cut the end off. This one I'm going to glue down. Make sure it's down. Hi, Sharon. So then I just barely trim the end off of one end. So that's that. And then that will be this part here. So then where the front, I take this, I turn it over so you're looking at the front, and the sealed up part is on the back. And then I'll just fold it up a certain amount, well, however amount you want. Well, see, you have to be careful because if you don't have a long arm stapler, you're not gonna, you could sew them in, but you're not gonna be able to get in there. So you don't want to make it too deep. If you don't have a long arm stapler. So there's, you fold that up. And then you're gonna, I decoupaged all mine. I'll show you what I did. I decoupaged all the way down to the fold, and then I decoupaged the fold up part. In the back I didn't. Now if you were going to add it in, I would decoupage after you put these down. If you were just going to sit it in without gluing it down, you know. So anyway, once you're done doing whatever you want to your background, you could do napkins, you could do whatever you wanted. Once you got that done, I take and I round the corners. This is just me, around the corners. Okay. And then I'll punch a hole. Let's see. Or punch your partial hole. You guys have done this before. To make your little Sometimes it doesn't want to punch too well. You usually stick a piece of paper in there so it comes out better. And anyway, you got your little finger loop there. So then I take 2 pieces of some kind of manila envelope. I just take a strip here. Let's see. It's not very thick. You can judge it. You just don't want too big of a piece. Too thick. So it's probably about 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch strip. And then you can cover it. Let's get that out of the way. You can cover it with paper. I did mine with napkins. I just glued down some napkins on the little pieces like that. And then you'll just take probably about a 2-inch strip. Cut you a couple of them. Or you probably want to go 3/4. Let's do 3/4. I think I want to do 3/4 because it's just a little bit thicker. Gives you more room for your brad and your your little thing back here to cover up your brad. Jeez, Lisa. Use your words. Okay. It's about 3/4. How do you like the cutter? Is it worth? Yes, it's worth the price. To me, it is. It is awesome. Yeah, it folds out. It is very much worth it. You never have to sharpen it. It's self-sharpening. It's well worth it to me. So then we're going to cut a couple pieces off of this. Yeah, this is a little bit wider, so you can put your brads in there. And yes, it is worth it. I cut through. I know, it's awesome. Yeah, it keeps itself sharp. You see, I've had it for how many years? 3 years now, and it's still sharp. You see how easy it cut through that. Okay, so then I take my other chomper and I round off, use the 1/4 inch, I round off these little tabs. Like I said, you'll want to decorate them. This is just for purposes, so you guys can see how I do it. And then we're going to take this, and I think this is a 3/4 inch punch here. We're going to punch 2 little things here to cover up the brads. So there you're going to have 2 of those. Okay. And then we are going to get our brads, punch our holes for our brads. We'll take these. And let's see my whole picture. Take them both, put them together. Then I'm just going to punch a hole. Like right in the center. You could do this with a razor knife, make a slot. But I just punched a hole on both of them. So they both have a hole. This is an old dental tool I got at a flea market. I got a bunch of them. They sell them at flea markets. Anyway, I'm going to take those. Then you're going to take, these will go on the back. You're going to pick out a couple brads. You could use anything you wanted. But I'm going to use bright gold because I don't use them very often. Because this is just a sample. And I'm going to put it through there, through the hole, and not push completely down. See how you're going to have just, let's see, just, it's not very, a little bit of a lip there. I'm going to turn it sideways. Fold it down. Okay, it's going to push down a little. And you're going to do it to the other one. Turn it sideways and fold it down. And then I take my pliers here with the cutter part. And I cut off the ends of the brad. About halfway up. Come on. Now these aren't sharp. Okay. Should have just snapped it off, but it didn't. So I will cut those off about halfway. Goodness. Certainly aren't sharp. I need a new pair. So that lays there. And then you take, let's do both of them. Does it stay sharp? Yes, it stays sharp. Yeah, I'd use a 60% coupon on it. That's what I did. Excuse me. Yeah, because if you don't cut some of this off, they will stick out and it'll look stupid on the back here when you open it. Excuse me. So then you do that. And then what I do is I glue, make sure those are down as flat as you can get them. Okay. Then you take your little circle and you flood it with glue and you cover your back side of your brad. Hold that down for a few seconds. You can use fabric tack for this if you want. It will work too. Hold that down. See how that's glued down? So you won't see the back, the brad sticking out there. And you will have your little wrap around on the front. Now what you want to do here is pull up on it a little so you could get your thread in there, your string, because putting it in smashed it down a little. So you just want to pull up on them a little. Make sure you got some room. Okay, so there's your brads. And then you're going to take these, put them together, decide how far you want them to come over. Take one, decide where you want to put it on your envelope. Like these, I put up near the top. So I decide where I want to put it, and then I just fold that over. And then I measure it on this one to get the same distance. So there. So now I got those. And then I just glue them on to my envelope. What I do is I lay my envelope down, some glue on the back, decide where I want it, and fold it over, make sure it's got plenty of room. Then I do the same on the other side. Try to match up with this one. Stick my head in there. Oops. Okay, so then those are on. So there you have those. And then I take a piece of scrap paper, a couple pieces. These are just pieces that I've tried stuff on. And I measure the distance here. Thanks, Luz. See you next time. Measure the distance here. And I just take my ruler and I just tear the edges. So then I don't want it to stick up too far. So I will take my paper, put it in there, and fold this up. And that's where I want to cut off my other side. So I just take my roller, tear that up. So there's one piece. Then I will make several pieces. I'll just take this, make sure it's not going to stick out. Fold it over. I usually put about 4 pieces in here. And there's another sheet. I think I'll take it off of that side. So you don't want it sticking out. Fold that up. And it's really easy. I mean, just make you some make a bunch of them at a time. Cut you a bunch of little flaps here and all that stuff at the same time. And you can make a bunch. I haven't seen, you've seen anybody make these before? I haven't. I just did it because I had envelopes that were all stuck together. So then I just take the 4 sheets, put them together, put them in there, make sure they're not going to stick out the top, which that one is probably going to. So I will just tear some more off. I thought it would be a cute place. Oh, I'll just cut some off. Can't tear it. A cute place to add some extra journaling in your journals. Okay, so there's our scraps. There's our papers. You just stick them in there on the fold. So there you have it. And what I do is I take the set of little papers, make sure they're in the fold, take my stapler and line it up. You want them in the, you don't want your staple showing on the front, and you really don't want it on the back because then you can't turn down the back page. I'll show you here. Try to do it in the right place. Yes, yay, I did. Okay, you're going to staple it there, but you could sew these in if you wanted, or glue them in. That'd be easier to do than staple. Glue them in. Run a bead of glue along the edge of each fold. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so they're stapled in there. You could fold them down. See what I mean? If the staple goes too far up, you won't be able to fold that down. Fold them up that way. And then you have your little booklet that they can write in. And then you'll take, the last thing you'll do after you decorate it the way you want it is take a, let's find one here. A piece of string. I have this cording. It's just thin cording like stuff. You're just going to take a piece, quite a long piece, cut it off. You could probably use embroidery floss. And what I do is I just take it to start it, take it and wrap it around this one a couple times. It's down. I don't tie a knot or nothing. So it's down. And then I'll come over here to this one and go around that one. And then you just do the crazy 8 thing. And then cut off all your excess. And there you have it. You have a little pocket. You can glue on these 3 sides. On the bottom and the 2 sides, and then you have a pocket behind. You have a pocket behind. You have one there. And then if you really wanted to, you could put something in there, but it kind of messes up your papers. But you have your papers in there. That's why I just decorated it on mine. I put a piece there because you're not going to see most of it. And then I just put a big flower in there. So that's it, you guys. So I thought it was really cool. What do you think? Anybody going to try it? It's pretty simple. And then you can edge it up, you know, make it dark, whatever. So there's that one. And then I have one more to show you before I get off here tonight. Get rid of that. Put my heel back in there. Get rid of the brats. One more to show you. If I could get you guys to give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Helps my channel. Helps me get seen. So that's that one. The other, oh, there's two more I wanted to show you. Then this one is done with an envelope too. This one here, this one is very pretty. This is a fabric pocket. Oh no, and then there's a pocket here. That's an envelope. Okay, so I took an envelope. Let's get another one out. I coffee dyed it, sealed it up. You know, of course, they were already sealed. Thanks, Louise. I thought it was another cute little way to add some extra writing space in a journal. So we seal it up. And then we do like we did on the other one. We cut the very top of it off. So then you have your, so we're gonna leave that there. I don't know if I want it that tall or not. So instead of getting my big one out, I'm gonna cut this down a little with my little one. Had this one forever too. It's Creative Memories. It's really old. It's a little guillotine. I'm gonna cut it off a little, yeah. So cut that off. And then I decoupaged all of it. And then I took my scissors or my knife, my blade, and I just cut down the side a little ways. You can measure if you want on both sides. Cut down the sides. And then I took my corner punch. Punch the corners there. So they're rounded off. Now you want the sealed up side on the back. And then this, I just folded down. Make sure it was even. Folded that down. And it's not even. That's driving me crazy. It would drive me nuts if I didn't have it even. Whatever. Okay, so we have that. So then you have a pocket. You can decorate. What I did is I just decorated the inside. Just put a piece of paper on there. And then put a piece of washi across this. Glued a piece of washi down. So then, yeah, I glued this down. So it doesn't come up. Then I just covered it in washi tape. Make sure your little edges Your envelope are glued. Okay. So then, oops, got another one here. Old tips there. So then you would decorate it. I collaged on mine. And you could take another piece of paper if you wanted to, and make your pocket, like, you know, make your pocket. But I did material because I thought it looked so cool. So what I did is I have all these little samples I sent away from the shade store. All these little samples that I sent for. So I just took a piece of it. I think we'll just use, let's see, let's use a dark piece. None in there. Yeah, you can get free samples. I went online to this place called Shade Store. Oh yeah, the wax material would be fun too. Never thought of that. That would be cool. Good idea, Lisa. So I'm just going to take a piece of this sample. Yeah, you get to go, if you go to the Shade Store online, you could pick samples. You could pick out as many samples you want. And they send it to you for free, you guys. For free. I got a whole bunch of these. They are so cool. Look at that. There's elephants. Look at all them. I got ticking. Look at these. I'll show you a few. Look at that. Look at those birds. Is that not beautiful? Doesn't that make a beautiful pocket? Or a flip in a journal? Look at the ticking. They have all different kinds. I could sit here and show you all of them. But they have every kind you could think of. And you get these little plastic, they send them in these little plastic things that protect them. All you have to do is sign up for the newsletter and then unsubscribe. That's what I did. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, that's what I did. I know I love the birds too. So then, they have this little sticker on here that comes right off, guys. If I can find the edge, there it goes. Yeah, it's called the Shade Store. It's pretty cool. 3 samples. So then what I did is I just glued down. I folded over. This has got painting sheer edge. You could put the stripes either way you wanted. You know, just make your pocket. There you go. Glue it down around the edges, the bottom. And then you just glue this. What I did is I put some mushrooms and stuff on there, and then I put a butterfly up there. But you just take it. These are just envelopes. I mean, it makes so easy. You glue it down on the bottom and the sides. You have a pocket there, a pocket there, and a pocket there. And look, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And it's just an envelope. And then look, You could do little mini ones if you have different size envelopes. Look at all them. You could do a really long one. You could take them and decorate the back too. Put paper over the back and hinge it in the edge of a page, you know, so it would flip out. Just all kinds of stuff you could do with envelopes. And I have a bazillion of them. So that's that. That's that one. Yeah, I just folded that down. You have a pocket. It's so simple. It's so simple. And I use up my envelopes. So then this one is another envelope. And it was just a plain white envelope when I started. Okay. So what I did is I coffee dyed it. Oops, that's too little. Let's do this. I'm not going to actually do it. But here's a green one. Okay. So I coffee dyed it. Closed it up. Made sure I closed it up. Sure it's still together here. So it used to be green. Made sure I sealed it up like somebody mailed it to me. Whoops. So then I took my knife. I started in one corner. Started in the corner. Get it started. And then I took my bone folder, got it in there. And like you would open it with a letter opener. So you have it open. Okay. So then I know a lot of people don't have these, but I do. You could take a pair of scissors and do it with the edge of scissors or whatever. But this is one of those fryer things that will mess up the edge of fray up the edge of your papers. So to make it look old, like it was an old letter from somebody, I just, make it look like it's worn. It's been opened and closed 100,000 times. So I made some wrinkles. Like here, I did a corner, left up a corner. Because it wouldn't be pristine if it, was sent out. Then I fan up some corners, made it look like it's old. You tear off a little piece. Make some little tears in it. Just make it look old, like it's been used, So then I take my ink around the edges. And then I take a stamp. Let me get my stamps. I'll probably lean over here. Take my stamps. Find me some stamps. I have these little books. I'm a stamp collector, so I have these books. I have a whole closet full of stamps. Let's see. Then you just find you an old stamp. Not a new one. These are from England, so. not a new one. This is a foreign one, so, and it's still on the paper. So what I'm going to do is take it and try to get that paper away from the edges. Because I want to use the stamp and not the paper. Oops. Okay, we're not going to use that one. Well, anyway, here's an old one. Doesn't have paper on it. Look at that. It's an old Spanish one. And then you're just going to glue it down. Well, you're going to make it look old too. Like it's been around for a long time. Darken it up a little. It makes it look like old love letters. And whatever you do, you can put 5 or 6 stamps on your envelope. Just depends on what you want to do. I've seen them where they put a row of stamps across the top. And I'm not going to put this on there straight because no stamps ever get put on an envelope straight, see. So then you just mess up your envelope to make it look old. And then I have a set of stamps here. Let me get them. Since I didn't get them out ahead of time, so I got to find them. Bear with me just a minute. Here it is. Here's that one. And then we're going to use this one. So I have this set of stamps. It's like all postmarks and it's got the wavy lines. Make it look like postmarks. And then this one is this set. It's supposed to be all together in one big stamp. But I did not do that. I cut it apart. So I could have that and that. And let me show you how I did it. You could use old brown ink or whatever kind of ink you want. But this is like an address. This here. Let's see what it looks like. And I'm going to say this is the address to the person. So I'm just going to stamp it on there. Well, that didn't take very well. Let's see if we can get it on there a little bit darker. Let me see. I'm going to be out of screenshot for a minute. Nope. I don't like the brown ink. Anyway, let's do the black. We'll get it on there. Oh, bear with me. Just gonna make sure, kind of line it up. Yeah, there we go. There's the black. So it looks like an old vintage address, but it was this stamp set. It was one giant piece, one giant stamp. It had all this flourish stuff on it. And I just cut out what I wanted off of it. And I still got the rest. And then here's the other address. So it looks like it's coming from a very elegant script writing. So we're going to put that up here. Okay. So if you can find you something that looks like old addresses, it's really cool. So that's that stamp. And then I just take, see, it's got some postmarks on it, but they're very faint. You can't hardly see them. So I'll take this. With this long one, yeah, I think I'll take the long one. Nah, take the short one. We're going to use the long one, and then we're going to pick out our postmark we want, the round thing. I used this on the other one, this oval one. So let's do that. So I'm just going to see which side is up, that side. And I'm just going to kind of offset it, kind of like it was just stamped. And you get part of it, so it looks like it was just, you know, like they do at the post office really fast. It's stamped through a machine. But these are supposed to be old. So then we're going to take the actual postmark, the wavy line thing. See here, I did it like that. Let's see what we get here. There's the wavy line, so I'm going to do it this way. So it kind of connects with the postmark, like that. So then I clean that off. See, this set you get, here's this set. You can see it or not. You get all of these. I don't know where they come from. This is first day of issue. That's cool. It says Genesia. Pretty cool. Plus there's extras in here from, I think this is the Tim Holtz stuff that you can buy, the sets. So that's that. And then you will just nut your envelope, your postage and all that stuff. And all I did after that was just added some lace on the bottom. But there, I mean, there's an envelope. You could make up a fake letter. You could use it in a journal. But all I did was added some lace and some different, this is a flower sticker, a tag. This is just a piece of my fabric that I stamped on with the little piece of lace behind it, a ticket and a button. And that's all I did. Let's see, I could take this and on some, in my book, I can mount it to the page. I could even mount it so that this is sticking out the end of the book. Saturday and Sunday, so it says Saturday and Sunday Pearl. So it would, the lace would be sticking out the end of the book, or you can mount it up on your page. But I mean, you could use it as a pocket. You could use it for an old, if you have old vintage love letters or want to print up some, or you can find some on the web, or if somebody has a digital kit, or you could take it and hinge it so it folds down, you know, or hinge it on the side of a book as a pocket. But you couldn't use this, I mean, this one you can use on the bottom of the page unless you had a very big journal. This is a big envelope. But if you wanted to, you could take it and hinge it, and then that would be your pocket. and then you could decorate the back. So yeah, just give you some different ideas on how to use envelopes. Well, I've been on here for quite a while, so I think I'm gonna have to get off, and I'm gonna have to get something to drink because I'm thirsty. I thank you guys for coming. If you could give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to be doing more lives and put out some more videos. So, show you how I do my journals and stuff. So, come back and visit. I'd appreciate it. Guys, got any questions? Well, you're welcome, Louise and Lisa. Thanks, Pearl. Yes, you guys remember the. How do I make you somebody in blue? I'll put a wrench in. Does anybody know how to do that on here? How do I give somebody a wrench? I'm not sure, Louise. I'll have to get something together. I have all kinds of ideas, so all kinds of stuff I do. Hover over the 3 dots and choose Make Moderator. Who wants to be a moderator? Anybody? So when I come back on next time, you'll be here. I need some moderators. Okay, Lisa, I'll put you up. It's hover over the 3 dots. Nope. Okay. Okay, I'm on StreamYard. I could use the practice. Okay, Louise. Hold on, let me see where I do it. I don't understand where I do it at. Anybody got it's at the bottom of the list. What list? You have to do it from YouTube. I'm on StreamYard. I thought there was a thing on here that I could make a moderator. You can open up YouTube and do it. I can? Hover over the 3 dots. 3 dots. In another tab. Okay. New tab. Oh well, I think I will just wait. Next time I come on, I will have Louise and Lisa be my moderators. I'm new at this, you guys, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Huh. All I see, you have to do it, and I don't get it. Let's see if I can go to my YouTube over here. Nope. I'll have to figure it out next time. Next time I will make you guys Louise and Lisa my moderators, okay? That way Louise gets practice and Lisa will be here next time. Okay, I thank you guys for using a computer for streaming. I'm using a laptop. I'm going to go for now. You guys have a great evening and a great weekend, and I'll probably see you at the, what do they call it? What was it, Pearl? The vendor exchange, Saturday and Sunday. Okay? Thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.